But yeah, that's going to be a deliverance play here. Now going to be making a 50-50 for the hatch here. Unless maybe that's a wake-up player who can maybe make their way across the way for a save. Oh, but we do see here, that is going to be the hatch. Hey, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Q. And welcome back to YouTube. We just wrapped up week number 8 of season 2 of Vigo's Court, a competitive Dead by Daylight league that really tests a team's killer diversity, limiting to the selection of just 2 of any killer over the course of a 12-week season. And with the final verdict quickly approaching, we're really seeing that margin for error up at the top of the league for teams vying for playoff spots really shrinking. So we're seeing more and more teams starting to opt for those higher tier killers and those S tier killers as well. But what I wanted to focus on this week, what I really wanted y'all to check out, was despite these very strong killer performances, I mean, even some of these S tier killers you're going to see playing very, very well, we're seeing really good team coordination and strong survivor performances. This week, actually, we're going to see a 7-point swing in the end game in favor of our survivors of Demice, as they did hand Monarchy their first loss of the season. Also, though, we are going to see a trial on the deadest of dogs. We're going to see the hookers bring out Tijuana's nurse on what a lot of chat thought on game day was going to be an easy 4K, but instead we saw Remedy's survivors fighting until the very, very end, not only limiting the hook count of Tijuana, but also being able to get 2 out the door despite a very strong start. But if you are looking at trying to catch some Vigo's games live, as we do still have 4 weeks of action and playoffs left, I'm going to leave a link to their Twitch page down in the description below. All right. Of course, my personal stream is always going to be down there, just like every video. And if you are wanting to keep up as far as where your boy's shoutcasting at, as our schedule is getting pretty booked right now, my Discord's probably going to be the best place to keep an eye on that. That way you can always keep an eye on some competitive DBD. That link's also going to be down there as well. All right. But let's be honest, y'all clicked on the video so y'all could watch some competitive DBD, right? So let's go ahead and get right down to it. Don't forget, leave a like and a comment. That's going to help us out with that good old YouTube algorithm, gets our content in front of more people. And if you can check down below, just make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're getting really close to that 350, chasing down 1,000 this year. It really all begins with y'all. You know what I mean? So, yeah, until we catch y'all back over here, don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere. Game hard and love harder, all right? It's your boy Q, signing out. And it's very interesting. We talked about possibly seeing an S tier killer come out, and you talked about maybe Blight, and we do see Slow going for that option here.
Oh yes, we do see a Blight coming out here, and like I was saying before, it would be kind of an option on this map, but like we were talking about with the whole collision issues, this map also is one of those maps that have that issue for the Blight.
Now, we do see Slow able to get a very early hit through the window there. I believe that was at the T portion of the TNL wall. We are also going to be seeing Slow working with the Blighted Crow plus the compound add-on there. So that way you are going to still get some speed, not the double speed, but you are going to get the help from the auras while we're working around some of the tighter ways here. We are going to be able to get it down here. That's going to be before 60 seconds has expired into this trial. So Slow doing a very good job in the early portion. Also, this hook is going to be in the corrupt side of your map as well.
Oh yes, as we've seen, those add-ons just helped out with that fast down there in the beginning. He was able to track that survivor, and it looks like he's going to be able to get some more value out of it here, which is, this is one of the add-ons that is very strong on Blight in this kind of situation for this size map.
And just before Slow went to go ahead and kick the generator, there is going to be the deadlock covering up the generator. Says, nah, man, that thing's for me. That generator has the most progress, and since they already did one, I'm covering that one up. We are going to see a hit, though, onto Carlson here, relatively close to this hook, which does mean things could be getting a little spicy. We do see Slow breaking chase now coming in towards the hook. We do hear some footsteps around here. Not able to get the grab, though.
I thought we had a grab right there for sure. But it looks like Dwight's going to get away, and we're going to go for the trade on the hook.
And I think that the trade makes sense, right? You just recently hit French Fry, so you know that he's still injured somewhere. You just recently injured Carlson here as well. This time we're going to go back to that top mid-gen. We are going to see the kick. This time with the kick, we are going to see that pop goes the Weasel. Is going to be coming in here for a little bit of help. Now going to be trying to see if we can find the reset location onto Fry, or maybe just find a survivor in general. That is actually our injured survivor, and I believe that was actually a dead hard that built you the distance, but I do not believe you should be able to make it to a pallet or a window at this point.
Oh yeah, Blight got him down right there in the kill shack, which is going to put a lot of pressure here on the survivors with it being 4 gens up still.
Yeah,
and as you see, it looks like he gets a basement hook here too, so that's going to put a lot more pressure on these survivors. It looks like this is more in the Blight's favor as we're looking at it.
Yeah, things are definitely looking tough. Now we are going to see a second generator getting complete. The generator that does get covered up by that deadlock is going to be the gen that is in Killer Shack. That does let Slow know at this point that that generator has the most progress, at least at this point in the trial. Very nice work around the doorway to be able to get the hit onto Carlson here as well. Kind of interesting to see you go ahead and opt to continue the chase instead of go for the pop goes the Weasel play. But we are going to see, oh, what are we going to see here? Actually breaking into the 4 lane. Oh.
And that was very close play right there from the Blight.
I really like that tracking by Carlson. I think Carlson almost got caught out of position at first, but then was able to use that barrel there to kind of create the distance that you need. Unfortunately, though, actually double unfortunate, because Slow was trying to close the distance. Not going to be able to get collision, though. So not going to be able to put pressure directly on the unhook, but you are still going to at least have 2 survivors here in the area. We do see the aura here on Dwight, thanks to that compound. Trying to work our way around is Slow here. Now working their way back towards the shack as well.
Yeah, as you can see right there, kind of. We got one down right here, and it looks like he may be able to leave the slug down and track out for the. I think we had Dwight was there also injured.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Now, you haven't seen any compound value from the Dwight. I'm wondering if that's going to be the scratch marks that are actually leaving this person here. Yeah, this could actually be big because now, yeah, you're going to have a person on the ground. So that does now force another survivor. Oh, I was going to say to actually have to come over here, but I'm not sure if that was an unbreakable in play because Paige is already off the ground.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was unbreakable because I didn't get to see another survivor around there, so there is very possible that we did get to see the unbreakable play. But it does look like Dwight is taking the Blight around this pallet here for quite a while, which is going to give the survivors enough time to do some pressure on the opposite side. Yeah,
and I mean, honestly, really patient looping here by French Fry at this point. Should be able to get the, I was going to say be able to get the pallets done here. Now, though, with the Bloodlust, don't want to greet it anymore. Oh, we're able to get in. Oh, but you allowed Slow to go through, and that's going to be a down.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he couldn't get the proc off and drop the pallet down.
Oh, gets done, stupid, with the save.
And we had the beautiful save right there, as you guys seen with the pallet. Didn't even have to use the flashlight. But it looks like he recovered it right away.
Yeah, really good recovery, but that does, of course, still buy time for your other 2 survivors, right? To be split up on gens here, especially knowing that you have only 2 gens left needing to be complete. Of course, the other thing was you were trying to delay the inevitable elimination hook. We do hear, though, the 4th gen getting complete. We also hear that generator in top mid. That thing's knocking like a Ford in the middle of December. I'll tell you what, that thing's just about ready to go. Once that deadlock is off, that's probably like 4 or 5 seconds away from completion.
Yeah, exactly. And as we see here, the Blight is just doing great with this pressure. He just has really good tracking ability right now.
And now at this point, we are going to see Slow is going to wait for the deadlock. And now at this point, deadlock, actually, again, Vader, I'm not sure if you're here. Good value. Deadlock at least protects the gen. So you are now able to get the pop goes the Weasel. So you're able to get some extra value there.
Yeah, so deadlock did come in clutch right there with the whole pop goes the Weasel. It looks like we're going to have another chase going on here with Nia.
Yeah, and really good job as far as using the first pallet, not only to be able to create the distance, but be able to get the stun to be able to build additional distance. We do see, though, that there has been a survivor that has been able to come over here, get some more progress on this gen. Actually, it looks like maybe even be able to get pretty much all of the progress back from that pop goes the Weasel kick, which means this generator being very, very close. Now going to be seeing the M1 onto Squid Savage, who's going to be taking the chase here at the TNL wall. And now going back towards the carnival, we have a couple of survivors back here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the hit onto IKEA Carlson, who is now, of course, not injured, which would now take 2 health states to be able to put down on the ground.
Yeah, we got Squid Savage as the only one being injured right now, so that's kind of what would be the idea for the Blight to try to catch her off guard. But it looks like we're gonna. We got the Jin done, and we're gonna have a play here at the end. We're gonna have to see if the survivors go ahead and choose to take the 2 out, or if they come back for the save.
Yeah, the only tough thing, though, is even after that, we saw one more sound notification. No Way Out being proxed here. Squid Savage is injured. We know the No Way Out prox was back here in the circus side of the map. There is going to be the save onto Paige, actually getting the save relatively quick. That's actually kind of a risky play, in my opinion. I feel like he could have maybe had a little bit of a play here. Able to prevent the collision, however, still going to be able to get the hit here onto IKEA Carlson. Nice body blocks, though, by Paige, trying to prolong this chase just a little bit here. At this point, the No Way Out is off of the doors, but we are going to see a down onto IKEA Carlson here, and I believe that should give our survivors enough time to go ahead and open the doors. The question is, do they opt to go for it, knowing that there's no Noed?
Well, knowing that there's no Noed, I think that the idea would be to just go ahead and take the out. But with that being the fresh hook, that kind of took that was kind of in the Blight's favor for that being the fresh hook that he just got there in the end. But it looks like we are going to get the 2 out. Oh my God! Did we just have a deliverance play?
Yeah, that's a deliverance. So what we, oh no, the deliverance we were worried about earlier was the plague match. But yeah, that's going to be a deliverance play here. Now going to be making a 50-50 for the hatch here. Unless maybe that's a wake-up player who can maybe make their way across the way for a save. But we do see here, that is going to be the hatch being found. The question is, did that allow enough time for IKEA Carlson to find their way to the door? I believe that was IKEA. Actually, we saw them, making their way, and that's going to be the 3 out.
3 out there.
Huge deliverance.
That's huge. That was a great ending right there to that game.
And that's very big because keep in mind that was Monarchy who was killing there. Monarchy was trying to bring things back there, and with that third with that last play, hold on, let me actually get us back to our lobby here. So with that last play, you prevent the progression on the second and third hook, which would have been what, 3 points? Plus you get the 4 points for the escape. So I think like a 7-point swing right there by Demice. Now looking at an 11-point lead going into the killer game to end the trial. Crazy. All right, well, I'm gonna be excited here. Let's take another trip back into the fog, and
can I say I told you so?
Can't say you were wrong here. We are going to see the nurse. I think that, you were talking about it. I think that really shows for the hookers the importance of this games here. So at this point, really going to be hoping to find yourself a survivor very, very early, because you need to start the pressure from the word go.
Yep, indeed. And that's like I told you, as soon as I saw Tija's name, I was like, oh man, I think this is exactly what's about to happen here. Definitely, I'm here for it. Oh, blinking through, getting the scream and the hit on Nancy. Unfortunate for Nancy there. And I think this is the down. There it is.
Showing a lot of confidence with the successive blinks to be able to get yourself the down here. Just over 60 seconds in the trial here, so we still have quite a bit of time left on the corrupt intervention. You will notice the corrupt intervention here on kind of basically your water towers side of the map. You are going to be able to push up 2 very confident blinks, able to get the hit onto the Nia. Instead of going to take time to kick, you just continue the chase, baby, and that's another down onto the Nia here. We're going to leave the Nia on the ground, try and see if we can find ourselves another survivor. Actually, we're going to come to this outside gen with the kick. You will see an instant 25% regression with that. Pop goes the Weasel, and I think we're going to see a slug play potentially.
Yeah, we actually saw that Zarina off in the distance there. I don't know if you saw, but they're trying to go back to that gen we just kicked.
Yeah, and this is tough here because we do see Corrupt Intervention will be coming off of those gens here at this second, but we do still see another pop kick. So the two gens that you can probably assume had the most progress on them have now both taken a 25% hit. That is very, very tough. Definitely what you're looking for. And, I wonder if maybe the pull to the nurse wasn't the plan, but was actually like the second pull string on the parachute, because definitely coming out with a force here.
Yeah, I would agree. I think this was a uh-oh, Blight didn't do it for us. All right, we have to go ahead and go big or go home.
And now I can't help but wonder if maybe we see our survivors here try and prioritize generators. Get yourself a couple of guaranteed points. We do see, though, a very nice blink from the gallows up to the saloon. They're able to get the M1 onto the Zarina, able to make it back. Not going to be able to get the grab, but we are going to get the M1 onto Jazzy, continuing the chase here with Jazzy also back into our corner. Not going to be able to set ourselves up for the swing, but actually get very good patience by Tijuana, as of course avoiding the swing does help you as far as that cooldown time just a little bit.
Yeah, we do see the little teabag there too. Jazzy going, hey, I got you twice. Come after me. And we'll see. Is this one more? No, we end up getting him here.
Yeah, very good. I believe that will actually now be a fresh hook onto Jazzy, if I am not mistaken here, spreading that pressure out here in the early game. Definitely what you were wanting to do here. If you're Tijuana, only one generator has been popped for 3 hooks. Very, very good early game.
I also gotta say, do you notice the aura readings we're getting?
I did not notice that.
Every time a hook is happening, I'm seeing aura readings of survivors.
Oh, we are seeing some. Wait, are we in a pub match? Barbecue in Compolo?
I was gonna say, I was like, wait, that's interesting. But wait, I don't see Undying. But wait, that's barbecue?
Yeah.
So yeah, we are seeing barbecue right now. We had people pointing out like, hey, I don't see double recharge on this nurse. Well, that's not the only thing you don't see on this nurse. This nurse is going ahead and showing you, hey, you don't got to be meta nurse to be able to do okay in comp. Look at the performance right here. Definitely keep an eye on this, because right now nurse is doing well.
Yeah, now at this point, I would say this last like 25, 30 seconds here is the longest that we have not had somebody on a hook since the first time we've had somebody on a hook. So our survivors pushing back with a little bit of pressure here. Oh, and a very nice,
my goodness,
very nice flash grenade there. I guess that was probably the firework.
It was the winter party starter. Oh man. That's amazing drop right there, like exactly how you needed it. Likely gonna see a swing and a miss. That's not what I was gonna say, but that's what happened.
Yeah, now the good news here for you, if you are Tijuana right now, the person that you are taking chase with, although they were fully healthy, it is your only survivor that you have not been able to hook yet. And I mean, since we're clearly going for blood points here with the barbecue and chili, we're going to get our 4th stack, which is absolutely huge.
Yeah, it is pretty huge. Go ahead and get those blood points. And then, like somebody said, actually, one of those offerings that that has been brought by the nurse also gives plus 100% blood points in the devious category.
Oh yeah, the one with that's causing the screaming. I didn't even think about that, but we do see actually a survivor jumping down from the saloon. I do believe that was the Nia, if I'm not mistaken. However, we are now going to see that pop goes the weasel. We were also seeing a little bit of a prevention of the blink with a flashlight from behind. However, not going to be enough to stop Tijuana from putting pressure over here. Now taking chase at the shack. Going to be seeing a double back here by our Nancy. Will be able to cause a little bit of extra time to be bought. Now going back towards the water tower here. Basically just holding shift W into the corner, trying to delay this down as much as possible. Man, we're talking about now hook state number 5, and we have yet to see a second gen pop.
Yeah, but we've got a couple close, so it'll be interesting to see. Although we are about to have another whole charge of pop, and with that barbecue and chili, you can see the double up on the gen up there. They do get it done. We see deadlock coming in as well. So this is gonna keep him. Oh, jeez. Unfortunately, getting stunned.
Oh, get stunned, stupid. Plus 10 wood to the face. However, Jazzy making the wrong decision of which way to go, so we'll still be getting smacked around by Tijuana. There's the first M1. Now going to be following up after a simple single blink. We'll be securing another down onto Jazzy as we do see the unhook coming in across the way here. Now with Jazzy, this will be hook number 2 for Jazzy here. Also keeping in mind that we have Alex now, or Alexi, I should sorry, we'll say is now going to be able to be tunneled out whenever they are, or I shouldn't say tunneled out, but removed from the trial whenever they're spotted next.
For sure. And I mean, being at, I was going to say 3 gens, I mean 2 gens. Oh, hey, wait a minute. It looks like this 99 gen over here isn't able to be kicked, and it's getting deadlocked, and it's the only one staying deadlocked, and it's got a lot of progression on it. That seems like a pretty good counter to me.
Yeah, if I had to guess, you probably had some a couple of survivors just spreading pressure. I wonder if maybe the goal was to try and prevent them from triggering a second deadlock, knowing that you have a hook survivor over here, because now you have some extra time to kind of grind out those other gens, knowing you only need 2 more to be done. And you're probably looking at Jazzy just being left up on the hook to hang out for the progression to 3rd stage.
Yeah, I don't see any kinship here, and as there's no kinship, I think yeah, you will just see that progression happen.
And now here we do see Taken Chase over towards the Gallows. We do see the Gallows here at around 50%. We do see here continuing the chase back towards Shack. Keep in mind, we've used a lot of the resources actually back in the corner that we're running away from. So very good map awareness here by our Nancy. Really good pallet throw, and gonna be able to get the vault as well. Should be able to build a little bit of distance, but of course it is a nurse, right? So she can just kind of blink right back up onto you. We do see here going to the top of the saloon, back into the saloon itself, has kind of lost progress, or lost a little bit of the track here, but you're still going to be able to track those screams through the wall because you have already been able to enter the survivor here.
Yeah, but Alexi's doing so good in chase, like making sure that Nurse is not going to get this easy.
Yeah, Alexi definitely doing a very good job of keeping up the pressure as far as the run here. You're not having, I mean, what, you've used 1 pallet, I think, on this run so far that you vaulted back over. Yeah. Otherwise, you're really just using the building here. So you're saving the last couple of resources that you do have left, and an unfortunate blink leaving Tijuana inside the building should allow you to actually build a little bit more distance, causing a little bit more guesswork as well.
Yeah, this is definitely this is looking good for Remedy. I would say actually in terms of keeping their lead, but at the same time, there's still a lot of trial left. We do see the resets coming in just like you want to see, but I think we may see Zarina here fall, and soon.
Yeah, I mean, we do see at this point, this generator over here, this thing's knocking like a 4 in the middle of December. 4 pistons pumping pretty well fully on that thing. Probably less than 8 seconds worth of repair needing to be done for that one to be complete. And instead, actually seeing the 5th gen across the way getting done here. And of course, we've seen pretty well all of our perks. And we'll also notice on the right side of the screen, no haste status effect, which means no NOED. And wow, talk about if you can get 2, maybe even a 3 out on a nurse on Dead Dog.
Yeah, that would be pretty nuts, honestly. But just because Nurse is like very high mobility and doesn't care about the obstacles, honestly, this was a trump card. But the survivors, in fact, have already opened a door. That's 3 out territory right there.
Yeah, we're going to see the 2 right away. That does mean now there could be a potential hatch in play here. We do see moving in just a little bit closer. That is going to be a down, though, unfortunately, on to Gamer Sharma here. And unfortunately, Sharma was already hooked once, but that does mean that the death hook will be a progression. So at least the death hook will be worth 2 points instead of 3.
True. Yeah, definitely. These survivors played well. So did our killer here, of course. Killer had a lot of early game pressure and then just didn't hold it necessarily for late game.
Yeah, I feel like what we saw here is a very good example of what I've been seeing a lot of in competitive DBD, which is even if the killer does not seem to be making a lot of mistakes, if you cannot force the survivors to make mistakes and allow them to basically just hold M1 and hit some skill checks, man, you're in some trouble no matter who you're playing.
If you ain't show something, you just don't wanna be. You wanna be me, but you will never be as fresh as CUA.